Good evening. It is October 19th, 2011. This is Aquarian Solutions, Archie and Fermo, in collaboration with Food Forest Magic. And we're talking about the build-up to the next new moon in Scorpio on October 26th, 12:55 p.m. Pacific Time, 3:55 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And the cool part about it is we've got ourselves at the third quarter moon, also at the same time as the midpoint of the 7th day of the unity wave. This is what's called the 13th heaven. This is the time when everything comes to fruition, if you will. This is a time when the new will arrive. So on today, a Wednesday, a Mercury ruled day, we started out with some glum, sullen, very kind of conservative-ish, serious stuff with the moon in Cancer squaring good old Saturn. And that was 10/21, and we found that if we were able to look at what we really needed, we were able to balance things out in our lives. And then as we headed into tonight, now the moon is void of course, by the way, I'm just letting you know, so nothing can really happen. Well, that's not always true. It does slow things down, though. So was the last quarter moon phase at 8:30 p.m. So we're heading into this void of course period when the fire will start to burn at 3:06 a.m. when the Leo moon starts. Lots of stuff about entertainers tomorrow. Get ready. Celebrities, the royals, the elite will be marching around from Sarkozy to his wife Bruni, onward and onward. So at any rate, the first thing that hits is trine, which is always positive, but two fire signs together. And then, of course, we have North Node in Sagittarius. Could literally mean fires, whether they're fires in Southern California or Colorado, the western states, or maybe a hotel fire. We'll see. At any rate, we've got 2:37 p.m. coming up tomorrow on the 20th. So the moon is square Jupiter. That's going to be talking about ethics, just excess, just sheer with Jupiter and Taurus. We may even find somebody that has gone overboard in terms of a billionaire and just spent $1 million on a bathroom. I don't know. But it's a time to evaluate critically because this is the rumor mill and how it gets started. So we'll be hearing a lot of things on the build up to the 2:37 p.m. And then into the 21st. Very interesting. Early a.m. is when all the confrontations will be, because the moon will be squaring Mercury. It'll be squaring Venus. Let's play a little music. Let's talk about the Grand Cross. We need a little immutability from Mr. Jimi Hendrix, who also had moon in Scorpio. This new moon is going to be pretty amazing. If you ever wanted a civilization or a multitude of, shall we say, underworlds go, this is going to be the time. The one that I'm going to focus on my blog, that's Aquarian Solutions Jog, is the New York City, October 26th, 3:55 p.m. new moon. Pisces will be rising. It's going to be a sword in a museum is the Sabian at 13 degrees Pisces. Jupiter, the ruler, is in the 12th house. So there will be illusion. There will be contusion because Chiron will be near Neptune opposing Mars in Leo. So lots and lots of drama. And this is in New York. Are we talking false flag? I am thinking market crash with Saturn in Libra on the 8th house cusp, followed by Juno intercepted in Scorpio at 0 degrees, always a critical degree. Moon and Sun at 3 degrees. And that is a youth holding a lighted candle. This is definitely the Occupy movement. And then Mercury in Scorpio and Venus in Scorpio to uncover all this stuff. So they are very closely. In fact, they're exactly square Mars. So we're talking passion, desire, anger, rage, everything's going on. But then again, this is something that can be channeled into pure Kundalini. So let's get back to a couple other things that happened today. And I'm going to play something from Mr. Joe Biden. Let me turn this down. Joe was really getting angry, and he is a Scorpio. In fact, as I play this, Joe's getting us scared. Boy, that Mercury and Venus together, I'll tell you. So Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., born November 20th, 1942, on a Friday. Venus ruled with Mars in Scorpio. Don't screw with me. Rape will continue to rise. Mercury in Scorpio, Sun in Scorpio. That Mercury and Sun is always about famous people. When you see that, they have the potential to be famous. But he's a confrontive one. He also has Venus in Scorpio. But can he help it with Neptune just totally blasting him in Aquarius? So let's get back to something else that might be a little more enjoyable. All right. What it's really about is wherever we go, we're going to see change, transformation, Phoenix rising from the ashes, all the ethics, morals, degradation of the nationalistic, which has been the longer-running underworld, in combination with the planetary, the whole globalist, WTO. They're all going to be on the spot. There's no question about it. If there is violence that occurs that day, it'll only backfire on so many levels. This is a time for people to actually realize they're part of a multidimensional system. We're talking the seventh day. The duality has to come together, and that's really what it's about when we talk about the Mayan seventh day. So let's take a quick look tomorrow. It's Galactic Tone 5, which is really about empowerment. 5 is an intelligent organizing force which manages communications and materials, knowledge, and applications. 5 are natural networkers. So we've also got Ebb, the road, as the Mayan day sign. That's the bearer of time. It's actually the conductor of destiny, which is perfect with the moon being in Leo and trine North Node in Sagittarius. So we really are talking destiny. It's all about road persons are fortunate in business and travel, and that's where we can be too if we follow this. So I just want to say, as we head in, there's one other aspect on the 21st. Remember, we're skipping ahead here. You just have to follow along. In other words, on the 21st, and this is after tomorrow's Moon square Jupiter at 2:37 p.m., a whole bunch of time till 12:57 a.m., the Moon is square Mercury and Venus. Bing, bang, boom, 12:57 and 6:26. So lots of action on the 21st in the early a.m. And then we head into the afternoon, and this has been building. It's a Sun trine Neptune. That's the major aspect of these days. And what that is the fact that Neptune is in its last degrees in Aquarius. And so with the Sun in Libra, we are really looking ahead and as idealistically as we can for a future vision. And I'm just going to also take a quick look at some other things that are going on. This is on Extinction Protocol. I put stuff on Earth changes on my Aquarian Solutions. One thing that got me is that we know the Earth is ascending. We know there's a lot of Earth changes that are going on. But here's one out of Sierraville, California, near Reno. A swarm of more than 700 earthquakes have struck near the small Sierra County, California community of Sierraville since August. Whoa, that's a lot of quakes. And they are registering at below 1.8 1.0. So we're talking 18 miles below the surface. So they're just not being felt. And that's happening everywhere. It's a scary thought, but the Earth is moving. On the other side of the coin, the illumined ones, or elite, or rulers, or powers that be, really want to keep people down. They're passing laws like in Louisiana where cold hard cash, it's good everywhere you go, right? This is an article that came out today. You can use it to pay for anything, but that's not the case in Louisiana now. It's a law that was passed during this year. And what it's about is House Bill 195, which makes anybody who buys and sells secondhand goods and uses cash as a criminal. They'll make those so we're really talking about you no longer can use cash to buy and sell anything that's secondhand. So this is going to hurt a lot of businesses, says Danny Goodray. Well, I'm sure it is. This is just totally draconian and fascistic. On the other side of the coin, I mentioned Market Watch about the fact that here we go. The EU banks cannot hold up Greece, and we're moving closely into some kind of precipice there. Then the Bolivian volcano, which people didn't even know about, is coming to life. It's 20,000 foot high, 6,000 meters. We're talking within this thing, there's mysterious and rapidly inflating magma. Whoa. Scientists recently discovered the volcano is inflating at an astonishing speed. I call this volcano forensics because we're using so many different techniques to understand this phenomena. Well, it's quite a phenomena, Mr. De Silva, the volcanologist. Yeah, volcanoes are going off everywhere. They're waking up, no question about it. How it's going to play out, I don't know. I would say by the 28th, we may have a better understanding. So I just want to sign off. Thank you very much for listening and being here. This is Archie Infermo with Aquarian Solutions in collaboration with Food Forest Magic, October 19th, 9:59 p.m.